Hi, my name is Peyton Purcell, and I decided to do my fifth vlog discussion on Girls, Girls, Girls by Roxane Gray. And the entirety of this article is just about the representation that girlhood and girls get within media or television, and how it is misrepresented and skewed and often disappointing. The author talks a lot about how within media or movies, one representation of girls often reflects in all representations of girls. So, like the movie Bridesmaids, she talked about for women in entertainment, being considered funny is a hard thing to accomplish. And if one movie isn't funny or one movie about female comedians is funny, if another movie comes out about female comedians, people are not going to think that it's funny. During the majority of the article, she breaks down the show Girls by Lena Dunham. She says it's on HBO, and it's basically directed, written, and produced all by Lena Dunham, which is a woman. So it's a big accomplishment in the entertainment industry, and she kind of just dogs on how we have to celebrate that because it's an oddity that a woman can direct, write, and produce her own show, and just how she kind of just breaks down the show and how she sees it through her eyes and how other people may perceive it. So she praises this show because she talks about how it really represents girls, like the characters within this show represent girls that have real bodies, who aren't a size zero, and who eat with enthusiasm, who have sex and endure, she calls them petty humiliations that other girls have to endure, like we girls have to endure on the everyday. And so she really praises that fact because the characters in this show really do represent how real girlhood is. Like, not all of us are size zero. Some of us like to eat, and we have sex lives, and just like based on those facts, like the show really represents that. But she also like comes back on it because it's disappointing that this is the one show that represents real girlhood and it is not in any way diverse. So it's a white cast. It's a very, you have this middle class New York life that is not fully representative of the entirety of New York. And there is, I think that she talked about, there was one really main person of color in the second season, but diversity within the show is not present at all. And it's just kind of disappointing how we can't handle every popular culture, every social issue in one show. So she praises Lena Dunham for representing girls in a really raw, real light, but also recognizes that it is a light that is privileged because it really represents Lena and her outlook on her life and the girls she surrounds herself with and the community that she's in, whereas people of color might have a different situation and it's just not represented within that. So an overall takeaway is that there should be more representation in the movie industry, period. We need Latino, Latinx, Asian, and Indian and Middle Eastern women represented in these shows, and they're not being represented. But a start is this show, Girls, that represents girls who are awkward and say inappropriate things and aren't equipped to set boundaries for themselves, and I have absolutely no idea who they're going to be, which is exactly where most girls are at in their 20s. But so we need to be able to praise these moments, but we can't cling on to them. Like, we can't cling on to these one characters because they do not represent all women. They do not, especially when the entire cast is white. It's just not going to happen. So the major takeaway is just we have to make sure that we are including everybody and pushing for inclusivity within the movie industry, and to keep pushing for this image of real women and accepting these real women for who they are and not who the movie industry in the past has made them out to be. Thank you.